Ladies and gentlemen, the AI bubble is here, and yes, you're paying for it.
I think the AI bubble is a bubble and it will pop.
We are absolutely in an AI bubble now.
One of the things that people don't realize, a bubble can actually be a good thing, but in this case, we're looking like it's going to be a bad thing.
But my immediate concern is how the flood of money into the opaque AI industry has inflated the U.S. stock market and indirectly the U.S. economy.
It's a good thing if the money that's been spent in the AIs, the hyperscalers, the GPUs, the NVIDIAs, the Microsoft, the Googles, if all that money that's been spent actually yields AGI, artificial general intelligence, then we're good. We've spent the money in the right way. We've got new technologies that's going to improve productivity. But more and more what we're seeing is that the AI spending has been basically a complete bet. It's a gamble. You've got Sam Altman, Google, Microsoft, all those guys. They don't actually want to miss out, which makes them want to jump in, even if the technology doesn't look as promising as they hoped.
These economic bubbles followed a well-worn pattern. An asset generates excitement among investors because its value starts rising, not because it's inherently valuable or profitable, but mainly because other investors are buying it. As more and more investors borrow piles of cash to get in on the action, the bubble grows. But when it becomes evident that way too much has been invested relative to the potential for profits, the bubble bursts.
So you got people, going to, the retirement funds. You got, your 401ks. All those people are going there to borrow money. That's the easy money they've been borrowing, and they've dumped it into it. Nowadays, the banks are actually asking, hey, what do you expect for all this spending to return? What is the return that we're going to be expecting from, your AI startup or your AI company? And we don't know so far, which makes it a problem because you can't just be borrowing money, dumping it in something and have no return. I was watching a video recently, Robert Reich, and he actually covers that, the energy usage of the AI is absolutely insane.
Electricity bills are rising to power AI. Communities are seeing their water sources depleted.
We're talking about the evaluations of these AIs are, stratospheric. So anyone that's basically partaking in the AI is absolutely bawling, and the regular person is going, holy crap, what have I got to choose from? Basically that I'm jobless because, the AI takes over, AGI comes across, or all the money they've spent, causes a massive bubble, and, the retirement funds and everyone takes a hit, the stock market,
The entire economy is threatened. Governments have to bail out the remaining players to avoid even more widespread destruction.
Massive drawdown that we're going to see if the AI bubble doesn't work out, and it impacts everyone in the economy. So that's why I said at the start of the video that whether you like it or not, the AI bubble is here, and yes, you are paying for it, because once this thing does not work out, you're going to be impacted.
What happens if the bubble bursts? Remember the housing bubble of 2008 that resulted in millions of foreclosures and a recession? What about the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s that wiped out almost 200,000 jobs and trillions of dollars in wealth?
We're also seeing that these people basically are cashing out way before anyone can know. Robert Reich covers this. If you are an AI insider and you're seeing that the tech is not working, you're going to sell and get out and leave the regular people to hold the bag. So all in all, the millennials, we've got another one coming for us. We had pandemics, we have shitty, housing markets. We've got all of it happening. And now the technology that's meant to help us out potentially could be our doom.
It's often the case that the biggest investors with inside information notice the bubble and cash out before it bursts.
We could be seeing a recession, Watch the Robert Reich video. He really goes into details with some of the issues, all the circular funding, people borrowing money from this guy to pay that guy gives it back to the money, and they get, GPUs or whatever. And Sam Altman is the massive con artist that's behind all these things, allegedly a con artist.
Major AI companies have been pumping up their own value by doing trillions of dollars worth of deals with each other, helping the bubble get bigger by generating more hype and luring in more investment.
So at the end of the day, we're seeing immense amount of money go into a technology that we don't know yet is going to yield anything. And no one knows it because this is a completely new thing. So these guys are betting the house, the farm, the economy, the whole entire world on this technology. And if it doesn't work out, we are going to pay for it.
When people get very excited, as they are today, about artificial intelligence, for example, every experiment gets funded. Every company gets funded. Investors have a hard time in the middle of this excitement distinguishing between the good ideas and the bad ideas.
Look after yourself throughout this bubble. Don't be buying dumb things and all these different things. Have a bit of cash on the side so, if shit, falls apart, you can actually jump back in the market and make decent returns. But all in all, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Is AI a bubble? I think it is right now. whether it's a good or a bad bubble is what we're going to be deciding in the next 5 years. And hopefully it's good. And, and some of us, don't get all our savings wiped out. But once again, Robert Reich, a bunch of different economists are all calling for this to be a bubble and that it needs to be looked at. Therefore, so it doesn't create, massive mayhem on the people, on the bag holders, on the general public. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, whether you think AI is a bubble or not, whether it's good or bad. And let's go from there. I'll talk to you in the next video. Catch you later. Bye.